Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. No pre-game show tonight for game number 3 between the Central Plains Capitals and the Winnipeg Ice here from the Hockey for All Center. It's MFHL Playoff Game Day here on the network, brought to you by McKenna Fasteners and Tools, Terrico, and Goaltenders. Thank you to them for supporting G-Show Productions here on the network. It's the Central Plains Capitals, the visiting team, down 2-0 in the best-of-5 quarterfinal series to the Winnipeg Ice, the number 1 team in the league. Winnipeg looks to punch their ticket to the semifinal round for the 5th straight season, and for Central Plains looking to steal one here tonight and at least salvage something in this series. So far, the Ice have outscored the Capitals by a score of 7-0 overall. Game 1 was a 6-0 win for the Ice, and last night's Game 2 victory in Portage La Prairie was by a goal of 1-0. Grunwald got the start last night for the Winnipeg Ice. And as we try to figure out our sound here, sorry about that, folks, for the distorted volume. We're currently working through some issues here. That's why we weren't able to get a pregame show out for you. But tonight's matchup is brought to you by McKenna Fasteners and Tools, Terrico, and Goaltenders. McKenna Fasteners and Tools will be the first period sponsor. We got 2 camera angles for tonight's matchup, which is a lot of fun. The more angles, the more fun we're going to have tonight. For the 3rd game of this series from the Hockey for All Center, we're about to drop the puck to get underway. Chabalik taking it, winning it against Jordan Bell as we are underway here from the Hockey for All Center. finally can get to some broadcasting here, folks, as we got our technical difficulties settled down. But yeah, the Winnipeg Ice and the Central Plains Capitals going at it here in this Game 2, or this Game 3 matchup. Game 2 was played last night in Forge La Prairie, where it was a win for the Winnipeg Ice. Like mentioned in the pregame, if you did end up hearing it, the Ice with the chance to move on to their 5th straight semifinal series with a win here tonight. Have also shut out the Capitals in the first 2 games. Grunwald got the start last night. In net tonight is Laura Melissa, who grabbed the Game 1 victory and stopped over 20 saves, just over that in that contest. For Elise Denbo, she's getting her 3rd straight start of this series, which not surprising since she is the X factor for Central Plains in this one. Also awarded with top goaltender in the MFHL for this season, so congratulations to her. But out center ice, Dupuis tried getting this further past the red line, but Jones was there to intercept it. It's Farmer just past the red line, sending it in, where it will be Texiera on the attack, along with Jones to help. Texiera behind the net, rubbed off the puck. Macchiera there for support, jumping up into the play, make Farmer, but couldn't get that down low. It's high slot for Jones, her shot through, but gonna be wide of the net. Up top for Compte, played back down low for Texiera. Macchiera, nice play at the half wall there to pick it off and to send it down low. Jones still out there, sends it down low for Texiera. Number 19, Delacqui, sent that in the area of Texiera, but couldn't get it to her. Central Plains looking to break out, but that pass through the skates of Moorkirk and all the way down for a nice in here into the Central Plains Capital zone for a face-off. This is a packed crowd here tonight at the Hockey for All Center. Not surprising since this is an elimination game. This is the second of 2 games happening tonight. It's the Yellowhead Chiefs and Winnipeg Avros going at it at the Seven Oaks Sportsplex in Game 2. The Avros lead that series 1-0, so what a Saturday night it is here for Manitoba female hockey. It's played up to Moorkirk, who gets robbed out along the boards, gets cut off, so just decides to send it down low where Moffat will pick it up. Caitlin Moffat backhand pass up to Chloe Nicholas, having a bit of trouble at her own line, plays it to the middle and gets it right back. It's Nicholas on the backhand, decides to send this in deep, where her teammate will give chase. Getting it back now to Chloe Nicholas, down low, going to battle with the Central Plains player. It's Cameron there, trying to rub out Delacqui, along with number 14 for the Central Plains Capitals team in Anderson. Gets sent out into the neutral zone onto the stick of Compte and played back for Farmer. Farmer into the neutral zone, has her pass intercepted by number 4. It's onto the stick of Anderson for Central Plains. Now she plays that into the neutral zone, but picked off into the skates of Stephanie Jacob right there by the line. So it still stays in the neutral zone. Brienne Compte tried getting it in the zone deep, but that got disrupted. Hit a teammate. That gets blocked by a nice player. Now shot through by Mann. Believe Denbo might have just got a piece of it. Looked like it went completely wide, though, at the same time. Postlemist ends up turning this over to Stephanie Jacob now. Gets taken down. This year's top forward, top scorer, and MVP in the MFHL. As Caitlin Moffat will be the first one back. Touch pass to the middle by Jacob for Man. Man off the boards for Russell, but have this intercepted, cut off by Dupuis. D-to-D, the Ice go as they look to break out now. Up that wall furthest from us, and here's Stephanie Jacob. Able to take the puck away, but not able to make a pass into the middle there. Lazarenko jumping up into the play now. Texiera trying to pinch as well, but this will be Central Plains who gets it out into the neutral zone. Taryn, the Ice, send it right back down right away, where Macbeth will be the first one back. Gets that taken away by Macchiera, plays it to Texiera. Texiera reverses it and ends up going all the way back to her point girl and Farmer. Back down low to Macchiera, out in front, but the pass can't connect. Central Plains looks to break out. Now it's Zubik cutting to the middle to try to create some space. Zubik, long range shot, is going to be blockered aside there by Melissa.
As the ice looked to come the other way. Macchiera able to get through 2 defenders before sending that down low and gets in and takes a hard spill into the boards. No call on the play. There was no trip on the play. Macchiera kind of went in her own admission. She picks it off though, gets it to the point. Farmer, her shot low, turned aside into the corner furthest from us by Elise Denbo. The ice still maintaining pressure on the forecheck. Meg Farmer pinching up now. Pokes that pass. Nicholas in the high slot has it taken away. A bit of miscommunication, but ice regroup and look to attack the other way now, but Dittmer ends up picking off a puck, closing off Delacqui in that neutral zone. Or Lazarenko, sorry, as she didn't hold it cleanly. Trying to get by was Chloe Nicholas, but couldn't complete the move back into the neutral zone where Moffat will go D-to-D to Lazarenko. Off the boards intended for Nicholas, but will be picked off there by Lego. And Central Plains only holding Winnipeg to 2 shots so far in these first 7 minutes. Nicholas going down low, protected out into the slot. Chavalik has that read. The pass intended to her by Hume. Nice defensive play as this gets back into the neutral zone where the ice work at D-to-D before Compte brings it down that left side. Compte delaying down low now. Out to the slot, high to man, but couldn't quite cradle the puck in. It'll be Jacob at the point now, who will straddle the line into the middle. Shot low, rebound. It looked like she was shooting for that, but nice control by Denbo to play it into the corner. D-to-D, the ice go. Compte through a screen, nice save. To be able to see through that was Denbo. Not sure if she even saw it. Great technique by her. Saw so much of those great saves through traffic in game number 1 as well. As a long shot on net, turned into the corner aside by the pads of Laura Melissa into the front of the net. That short shot on net by the captain, Pilatruglio. Got an early stop in play here where the Central Plains Capitals are in a scoreless affair now with the Winnipeg Ice. With 11:25 remaining in this first period of action, brought to you by Make Canada Fasteners and Tools, your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. Sure to check out their store locations at Brennan and Winnipeg today for more details. Texiera, nice effort to win the forecheck battle. Ice get it up. D-to-D, Moffat through, rebound there, Texiera, but nice defensive play. Blocking with the skate. It's Anderson. That shot can't get through from the point. Picked up loose by Jones. Drops it back to Moffat. We'll get it back to Jones. Not far side from us. Texiera now hopping into the play. Able to get it up to the point. Moffat tries getting it through, but a nice block by Taryn. Short pass to Dupuis to start the breakout. And Central Plains trying to work something the other way. Dupuis tried making a move through, but nice job by the ice to get into the lane there. Delayed offside on the play now as it's played into the neutral zone. Onto Chloe Nicholas's stick as she dumps that down low. Puck all the way out now and back into the neutral zone where Brianne Compte will be first on it. Sending the pass over to her D partner and Meg Farmer. Passed up the seam to Chabalik right before that blue line, but couldn't cradle it cleanly. Kept in at the point by Meg Farmer. Sends this down low into the area for Chabalik. Turned over by Central Plains behind their own net. Now Nicholas out in front. Quick pass, but ice fanning on it. Shot now through. Compte able to get through. Scores! Delacqui picks up the garbage in front for the Winnipeg Ice off of a shot from Brianne Compte, which is a bit too much for Elise Denbo to handle, and that puck was sitting there for a moment. Central Plains, if they were aware of it, could have cleared out potentially, but Delacqui, nice job by her to recognize that, jump up into the play, nose for the net, putting it away for the 1-0 goal here to put the Ice up first once again in this series for a 3rd game in a row. How will they continue to build off this? How will Central Plains respond? Lazarenko up to the point. Moffat, her shot through, rebound there again, but this time Lego able to clear that away. Lazarenko now jumping up into the play, activating, gets that to man at the point. Shot through, but blocked in wide of the net. Couldn't get through for a registered shot. Central Plains trying to get out, but Winnipeg able to maintain possession of it. Russell just entering the zone, passes across to man to the net, and a nice save by Denbo in front. To get a stopper in play here with 9:02 remaining in the period. As into the ice zone, played by Farmer out. It'll be Macchiera high slot to Compty. D to D to make Farmer her shot through. Save made by Denbo, and a bit of shoving after the whistles as Anderson with the two-hander to Texiera behind the net. Texiera putting her hands up afterwards. No call though, it looks like, coming out of this one. And probably the most packed house we've been in so far this season amongst the crowd. We were trying to potentially broadcast from up on the platform too, but that is also packed. It's also great to see the Blue Hair group out here for the Winnipeg Ice, the moms dressing up in blue wigs to support their daughters in this playoff run. Central Plains sends it into the ice zone. First one on it initially by Compty, rubbing out number 7 in Mowerkirk. The ice able to get this up into the neutral zone for Chloe Nicholas as she comes down on Jordan Bell. Nicholas trying to protect it, taking it to the net, stopped up. Nice pass, beauty, and a nice save by Denbo there on Jacob. Lazarenko tries feeding it back to Jacob, but couldn't find her. Nicholas, that puck almost hitting her for potential too many men, but it goes all the way down to the ice zone as they look to break out here. Outlet pass is played up to Russell into the middle for man. Coming to swoop over to pick it up was Jacob. Now picked up by Russell. Drop to man towards the front of the net, but defense nice there by the Central Plains Capitals. Puck sent out again into the neutral zone. D to D to Lazarenko, but an extra move at the blue line caused him to lay it offside. It's Cameron now looking to bring this puck up, but ends up not being able to lay it by the skates of that Winnipeg Ice player. Jacob now going in, gets bodied down, taken down. No call on the play. Jacob was trying to delay. The captain goes off for a line change now. Puck sent out into the neutral zone again with 6:48 remaining in the period. As just before the Central Plains blue line, they get it out, but Compty strong to hold up traffic along that side. Texiera now able to send a backhand pass up to the point to Jones. Jones will send it back to Texiera, where she'll just send that down to Macchiera. But up the wall, Macchiera's pass gets intercepted, directed towards the point, and cleared out again by Central Plains as they look to get on the forecheck now. But the Ice will evade that pressure and get it back into the neutral zone, where just before the blue line, Texiera tries to dump it in. Anderson blocks it. Texiera blocks her pass out, and now it's on to Jones' stick. Played into the slot, no one there, but Delacque shows up now. To the point, Moffat has her shot blocked, and Taryn will be able to get this out for Central Plains. Just past the ice blue line, sends it in, where Lazarenko will be first to recover it. Tough to see with all the people in front of us right now. But it'll be played back into the neutral zone, into the skates of Chablik just before the blue line. Sent in deep by the Ice now as they look to attack. Cipriano gets that by Chloe Nicholas, though, to Dupuis, and she'll start the breakout. Into the middle, it's Zubik who ends up sending that down low for Central Plains. into the opposite corner now. Stretch pass attempt to Nicholas, just falls short. Central Plains gets it right back in, but into the neutral zone again for Jacob. Short pass to Nicholas, right back to Jacob, but a bit off there on the pass. Jacob taken down, number 15 there, and Dittmer too with the stick. No call on the play though. The refs let him play back into the ice zone with 4:40 remaining now in the period. And this first period of action, of course, brought to you by Make Canada Fasteners and Tools, your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. This puck gets through, stick flying in the air there from Jordan Bell. And this gets sent all the way down, where Central Plains will be changing and the ice go transition up. It's man making it through with speed, has a girl in front, passes there, but covered up nicely by Central Plains at the last moment, and sticking her glove out to bring it in to cover it up officially, Elise Denbo. So be another face-off draw inside of the Winnipeg ice zone, or inside of the Central Plains zone, with 4 minutes remaining now. Lazarenko at the point, has some trouble with it, sticked away there by Gibson. And all the way into the ice zone, where it'll be Moffat there reversing behind her back to Lazarenko. Played up to Texiera, who, assuming the forward position today, taking that spot for, I believe, Cassie Carvalho, who is not active for this matchup. Shot from the point turned aside by Denbo. Released there by Moffat. Puck gets sent out into the neutral zone in a familiar sight as the ice look to break in the other way now. Talia Jones banks it to herself, shielding as she goes down in the corner. Closest to us, bad hit though on Texiera from behind. The ref going to call it there too, lifting his arm right away. Be 2 minutes for a cross check coming up. Be interesting to see if it's even 4 here coming up. Someone in front of me said it best, that could very well be a boarding too, but it was technically a cross check. It is only 2 minutes. And with that, the ice with the chance in these next two to add on to their lead. Of course, only scoring once yesterday, and was a battle on the scoreboard between these two teams. Moffat from the point through, just wide of the net off the backboards, and Denbo giving Texiera a bit of a look afterwards as she tapped her on the glove. Face off to the glove hand side of Denbo now will be won by Taryn for his number 5 in. Nimitz gets this up, cleared into the neutral zone for Dittmer, who tries to make a move past Lazarenko, but nothing doing. Lazarenko now rubbing her out behind the net, and the ice breaking out with a 4-on-3 currently. Dittmer and Lazarenko following behind. Moffat gaining the zone down that right side, right face-off circle. Up top to Stephanie Jacob. Goes top of the left face-off circle for Lazarenko. Back across to Moffat. Surveying. Decides to go across into the bumper for Jacob, but fans on the pass there. Back into the bumper. Now in tight, but a nice save by Denbo as the ice crashed the crease afterwards. Central Plains standing up for their goaltender. A minute 10 remaining now on the girl advantage till they go for a cross check. Will be to the blocker hand side of Denbo this time around. Bell on to take the draw. She's battling, tied up, and the ice able to win it. Eventually, Talia Jones banks it up to Compte, up to Farmer, back across to Compte. Her shot, she fends on it, trying to get it through, and Anderson able to clear this down on a huge clear here with 52 seconds remaining on this penalty kill. Something that the ice love to do is work that puck D to D on that power play. Their D, of course, a huge part of their offensive attack as well. They worked it around into 2 opportunities where they got it into the bumper. First one being more dangerous. Stephanie Jacob just fans on the pass there as it went through her legs. A minute 40 remaining in this period. Now 28 seconds on Lego's penalty. Man finds an open. Farmer across, shot through, but right in the middle of the equipment for Denbo. So we'll get another face-off in play as well-deserved stick taps on the pads. Chabalik out to take the draw now against Taryn. Chabalik wins it to the boards farthest from us. Across to Farmer, going back to Brianne Compte, who surveys Compte across to Farmer, right back to Compte. Her shot through just wide of the net, but looked like it could have been Denbo if that got unnetted. That Compte now another shot through. Denbo losing track of it. We're back to even strength now. It got put into the corner. We're coming up into the final minutes now of this period. Played up to Dupuis. Lays a hit afterwards, too, on Compte. As there'll be an icing on the play. 54.7 seconds remaining in the period. So apologies, folks. Freezing up a bit right now with our internet connection. You'll have to bear with us here. It looks like we're a bit back to normal. No trip there on the Cipriana takedown with 45 seconds remaining. We're in the far corner here in the Central Plains zone. It'll be on the backhand of Cipriana. Gets it past to pinching Lazarenko, who it could cost her. 2-on-1 heading to the net, but oh, a wide shot. But up top on the stick of Nimitz gets, well, not through that ice player as Lazarenko able to clear it out. This time getting it past the Central Plains. Dean Nimitz, first one back on it though. But Nicholas and Chabalik will be the first ones on it. 12 seconds remaining now. Puck down low. Central Plains will just want to eat it and keep it there. Ice trying to work it out so they can potentially get one last shot, and they do just that. Nicholas still getting stick checked, wasn't able to make a pass out in front, and with that, Central Plains, I'd say a big win for them, only coming out of this first period of action where they were outshot 14-6, down 1-0 off of a goal from Avery Lazarenko. Brianne Compte has been big time in these playoffs so far. She created that opportunity for Lazarenko to even, or sorry, it was Delacqui who scored, for Delacqui to even tap it in with her shot, being able to get through, accurate through the traffic. But Central Plains, you know, from what I saw, at least in the first period, looked like they had some better chances early on compared to game one. Still, it was mostly the ice who maintained possession in this one, but Central Plains doing a bit of a better job of being that much more cleaner in their own end, and also doing a good job of being tough at times to break through against in the neutral zone all the time, right, and getting back to pucks first off in their zone. Winning puck battles, races to the puck will be huge in this one, but can't win if you can't find offense. And for yet another period, now for 7 periods in total in this one, they remain scoreless. Someone's going to have to step up. Who will it be for Central Plains? Well, find out potentially in the next period. We're going to throw it to intermission here, going to throw it to our intermission screen. This first period of action was brought to you by Mid-Canada Fasteners and Tools, your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. Thank you to them for supporting Manitoba Female U18 AAA Hockey League hockey here, and gshow.ca on gshow Productions. We'll be back for the second period of action and a bit more first period analysis coming up, folks. Welcome back to the Hockey for All Center here, ladies and gentlemen. We're just about to get started for period number 2 after the first 20 minutes here. It's the Winnipeg Ice up 1-0, courtesy of Delacqui, tapping one home from a shot by Brianne Compte that would end up squeaking by Denbo. And Delacqui would put it in as it was sitting on the line. Shots were 14-6 for the Ice throughout that period. And yeah, it was a period where it was mostly the Ice in the Central Plains Capital zone. But the Capitals doing a good job for the most part, like I've talked about so many times already when they've done positives, is just surviving in their own end. And to start off that period, well, Central Plains was actually kind of dictating more of the shots, and then of course Winnipeg would find their game as that period would go along to of course end up grabbing a 1-0 lead. Laura Melissa in net for the Ice, getting her second start of the series as Bailey Grunwald ended up playing last night in the Ice's 1-0 win over the Central Plains Capitals. Speaking of that one, just to get you guys the goal scorer for that one, it came in the third period as well. So things were scoreless until the third. Elise Denbo stopped 47 saves on 48 shots against, but it would be Stephanie Jacob, the team captain, scoring her first of the playoffs to put the Ice on top. Captain clutch in that one. Yeah, we took a bit longer for the Zamboni to get going here, since there's other rinks here in the facility, not just this one, as the Hockey for All Center is made up of 4 rinks. We're excited for this call for the second period, though, folks, and also excited for tomorrow in the MFHL, as the Niverville Recreation Center should be popping, as the Eastman Selects will be at home for Game 3 to take on the Interlake Lightning in a series where Interlake will be playing in an elimination game tomorrow, down 2-0. Losing as well yesterday, 1-0. Also last night in the MFHL, the Westman Wildcats got off to a 2-0 series lead against the Pembina Valley Hawks with a 4-3 win in double OT. Westman, for the second game in a row, gave up the lead in the first period. Not gave it up, but trailed heading into the second period by a score of 2-1. They were able to come back, of course, and actually tied up in the third to force OT. The Central Plains Capitals onto the ice now. The Winnipeg Ice also coming from the other side on the home side. We'll have the second period call in just a moment here, folks. And this period brought to you by Terrico, serving Manitoba producers for over 80 years in the agricultural industry. Be sure to check out their website at terrico.ca for more information on their great products and why they're so trusted in the agricultural industry. But Delacqui, Compte out on the ice right now for the Ice, as well as Nicholas Farmer. And another teammate, can't quite see who's there, discussing things with Laura Melissa, number 30. A playoff MVP from 2 seasons ago. Winnipeg Ice playoff MVP, that is. As both teams get set to drop the puck, it's Chabalik, like we started things out at center, winning the draw to make Farmer, who ends up losing possession of the puck. The puck sticking a bit there in the zone to start things off. That shot just wide of the net on Laura Melissa, as Brianne Compte picks it off now and sends it up, where she's going to send Chloe Nicholas on a race for the puck with Nimitz. Nimitz will be the first one on it, but turns it over to Chabalik. Back up top to Compte, back to Chabalik. Her shot through, tipped wide of the net. And that's back into the slot again. Delacqui, her shot can't get through that time. Puck sent all the way down into the capital zone, where Denbo We'll rim it around. Apologies, folks, about how bad our camera angle is right now. Don't have the tallest tripod in the world. We're trying to make it work as folks pack their way into the WGT rink here at the Hockey for All Center. At the point, blast from the point. Central Plains with a chance at the side of the net, but couldn't put it away. That would have marked their first. Melissa now stopping a soft one from the corner, or from the right face-off circle closest to us here at our broadcast angles. We see Caitlin Moffat on the screen there for just a moment. Isabella Mannon to take the draw against Bell. Bell loses it to Mann. Lazarenko behind the net ends up losing the puck, fanning on it due to it sticking in a wet spot. And all 3 games that we've done here on the network, the wet spots on the ice have played a bit of a factor to start off these periods. That gets sent in to the ice zone where Moffat will send a puck into the neutral zone for number 7, Annika Russell, who gets it into the Central Plains cap zone. And Central Plains able to get it into the neutral zone where it'll be Moorkirk. Just decides to bank it off the boards, rimming it around where Central Plains tries to get there on the forecheck first. They can't though, but Anderson holds the line. To the stick of Postmus, she ends up having that turned aside by Laura Melissa. Texiera tries getting it out, ends up hitting Hume on the way past. Central Plains able to get that, and still a delayed offside. They didn't clear the zone all the way, giving the ice advantage to break out now. In the high slot, Compton now at the point. We'll get this to Farmer, but it gets taken out into the neutral zone again. Farmer now tight turning and sends this all the way down into Central Plains end. It'll be Colatruglio with the puck along the Winnipeg boards. Team captain this season for this Central Plains Capitals team. She'll be the first one back on a Texiera. First forechecker there. She's out along with number 17, and Talia Jones. Jones forces turnover. There's Texiera, just misses the net. High on Denbo, what a chance there for number 2. But the ice continued to control. Lazarenko now from the point. Her shot, he turned aside. That top pairing out of her and Moffat. As Colatruglio tries getting it out, it'll be held in by number 6 and Chloe Nicholas, battling there with number 13, Colatruglio. Nicholas in the corner. Backhands that behind the net to a teammate. It's a Chavlik across the point, Lazarenko. Down low, one-timer from the side of the net. Turned aside by Denbo. Chavlik down low battling. Along with number 6 and Chloe Nicholas in that far corner. Ice still able to hold it in the zone as Chavlik one touches it. Back to Chavlik. Her shot ends up being fanned on in Central Plains zone. It's Meg Farmer up the left side. Cross ice pass covered up well there by Central Plains. And there's some more pushing and jabbing in front of the net. did not catch who scored that goal there for the Ice. But a big one for them as we were just fixing our camera angles. Getting our main one a bit higher here is the Ice with the 2-0 lead. Puck sent back in to the Central Plains zone. And it's number 9, Stephanie Jacob, team captain with her second of the series, second straight game. This puck gets dumped back into Central Plains zone. Annika Russell and man with the assist. As it'll be Talia Jones breaking in now, short pass out of the net, turned aside there by Denbo. So it's into the corner of Central Plains zone now. Texiera able to get it in the corner, up top to the point, across to Moffat. Her shot tipped wide by Macchiera. Couldn't get through. Behind the net now, the Ice winning the battle. Tight turning is Jones. Loses her balance, losing an edge in the corner. But we'll have support there as Texiera plays it up to the point to Lazarenko. Back into the feet of Texiera, who plays that all the way down low and rims around where Moffat will pinch down low now. Jones assuming her position at the point. Puck battle along the boards, can't quite see it. Puck finally does get out and into the neutral zone. D as the Ice look to attack. Back up again. Talia Jones picking up the loose puck and sending it in deep. Now it'll be on the stick of Meg Farmer. Back there goes DDD with Compton and passes it up to Chloe Nicholas. Nicholas has her stick tied up. As Central Plains able to send it all the way down into the ice zone for an icing. And just to let you know, we are handheld here from now on our main broadcast angle that you are seeing right here. So apologies if it's a bit shaky. Trying the best we can here with the way things are set up in this arena for the tripod we have. I'd say that's on our wish list. A new tripod, a taller one for G-Show Productions. Being cost effective can only get you so far. And so far, Central Plains play is only getting them as far as they can right now, which is down. Score of 2-0. Across to Farmer. In the corner, battling was Anderson and Compton. Sticking each other. That's into the neutral zone where Meg Farmer will bring back into her own and shaking off Moerkirk before turning that up ice to Delaquy with the pass turned over in the capital zone and into the Caps' possession in the neutral zone. They're trying to get this up ice, but can't. Compton now picking it off just before the red line and breaks in. Sends this down low for Chabalik, where she'll get a short pass to one of her teammates. That ends up to Moffat through. That shot ends up deflecting way high up, stays in play as the Ice continue to possess. Lazarenko off the board, sends this down low into away for Izzy Man. That shot through now, man with the screen turned aside off of the shot. Lazarenko by Denbo. This puck continues to stay in. One-timer, Moffat let that puck go very quickly, but wide of the net. Lazarenko now stepping up into the play. Has a forward back to cover for her. It's Stephanie Jacob. Keeps it in at the backhand. Nice move by Jacob to that wall. Protecting along the wall now. Trying to break to the net, but can't. Turned over and picked up now by the Central Plains Capitals and played over the red line into the Winnipeg ice zone. Early Texiera, first one on it. Off of boards to Macchiera, who will get rubbed out along the neutral zone boards. But the Ice take it up the other way again. It's Texiera sending it in deep. It's two Ice players going on for a change now into the neutral zone. Meg Farmer picks up the puck. It'll be kept in by Central Plains for now. Battling along the wall, Jones, Macchiera there. Bell for Central Plains battling along with Gibson. Bell from that spot shoots, but hits the side of the net on Melissa. Bell now picks up her shot, but a nice glove save by Melissa to still keep Central Plains searching for their first goal of the series, and most of them in this series, the offensive scoring chances have come from Jordan Bell, assistant captain. She had about like 3 or 4 shots in that game 1 loss. She'll stay out to take the draw against Shablik, tied up, and Bell wins the draw. Contruglio, her shot is wide of the net. Or not wide of the net, on net. And all the way down for an icing this time. Tied up again in the face-off circle. It'll be Nicholas who gets this puck out and skates it up. Passes it to Delacqui. Is Delacqui to the net. Ends up having that blocked on the way through. Moffat, her shot through now, but ends up being wide of the net. Central Plains with the break now. It's Taryn. Moffat racing back. Taryn, her shot turned aside by Melissa. Getting sticked on the way past. Melissa doesn't like that. Puts the hands out. I believe it was Dupuis. And what an opportunity there. And that's how Central Plains is evidently going to score, honestly. In this is they need to wait for the ice to make mistakes, and you need to be ready to capitalize on it. And the huge thing about the Winnipeg Ice is when they do make mistakes and someone gets by them, Moffat, players like that make a hard effort back. It's, man, 2-on-1 pass across, but catching up there was a Central Plains player to disrupt that, going to Jacob. Compte at the point now. Fires, shot through on the breadbasket of Elise Denbo. But yeah, great effort there by Moffat to get back. Central Plains, Taryn just able to get the shot off, and Melissa steady to make the save. Compte now, her chance as she got through will be gloved down again by Denbo, and what a ridiculously stacked decor for this Winnipeg Ice team. Not only do you have Brianne Compte, but Caitlin Moffat, the leading point getter in the league this season, 4 defensemen, Avery Lazarenko as well. I mean, Meg Farmer. This is just a stacked all-around great decor for this team where all of these defensemen can also activate into the play, and no one's been honestly looking better at doing it so far this series than Brianne Compte, who's been a monster with puck possession in the offensive zone. Farmer able to race back to beat Mowerkirk to the puck against Central Plains. It's into the possession now of the ice. Going up, man, her shot turned aside by Denbo. Up to the point. Compte, her shot off the back of the leg of man now. The ice, first one on it, it's Russell. Up to the point to Farmer. Surveys, tries going to man, ends up getting onto her stick. This man tries sending it down low. Macchiera out there now as Jacob went off for a change. Controlled at the line. Farmer, her shot through, but through an open window there for Elise Denbo as she makes the save with 8:32 remaining. In this second period, brought to you by Terrico, serving Manitoba producers for over 80 years in the agricultural industry. Be sure to check out their website for more information on their great products at terrico.ca and why they're so trusted in the agriculture industry here in Manitoba. It's in the Central Plains zone as most of the puck has been for this period. As Texiera out there with Macchiera along the wall, ice able to get possession of it. Jones picking it up. Has it taken away from her just as quickly, though, in the far corner by a Central Plains Capital. Not quite sure who it is. Can't quite make it out from where I'm currently standing. The ice still down low with it on the attack. It's along the boards and squirts out. behind the net now. Banked off the boards. A Central Plains player does to herself. That's number 16 for this team in Macbeth, who gets it into the neutral zone, and a teammate of hers in Gibson gets it into the ice zone. Well, it'll be the ice now. Chabalik trying to gain a step in alone. She shoots, and oh, what a nice stop in tight by Denbo. That's a bit of a lie by me. Wasn't completely alone. Had a Central Plain Capital on her, but was able to break through down below, behind the net now. Back in the Capital zone, as it's been relentless from this Winnipeg Ice team. Going D to D now to Caitlin Moffat. Plays it off the boards. Down low to a teammate. The Ice continue to battle. Central Plains trying to rub them out physically down below, but cannot. Finally getting the puck out of the zone and flipping it out. It'll be Caitlin Moffat on it, having some trouble with it, being pressured by Hume. Central Plains now forcing the turnover, trying to get this into the slot. Number 10 in Dupuis, but probably just should have focused on trying to shoot that on net, as the Ice took that away pretty swiftly. Into the neutral zone, Nimitz receives a pass from Colatruglio. This gets sent in to the opposite corner from where it was dumped into. Being pressured behind the net now is Moffat and Compte. There's going to be a delayed penalty here coming up to Central Plains. A bit of pushing and shoving afterwards there too by Dupuis. It'll be Taryn going to the box again for the Central Plains Capitals team. With 6:12 remaining in this power play, brought to you by Terrico. Serving Manitoba producers for over 80 years in the agricultural industry. Sure to check out their website at terico.ca for more information. And of course, Central Plains, the Capitals, top 3 in penalty minutes this season taken in the league. Or among the top in the Ice. As there's a rebound there for Talia Jones, but couldn't quite get it off the shot created by Compte. The Ice, one of the most disciplined teams in the league this year, with the second least penalty minutes taken. And in game number 1, they got a lot of power play looks. Same within this one as it goes along, as Farmer's shot from the point gets turned aside. Ice still able to keep it in the zone though, as this gets into the slot, unable to be cleared out by Central Plains, held in by Farmer. Across to the right face-off circle, 4-man into the bumper position, but covered up well by Central Plains and cleared out of their own end. Farmer now looks to turn this puck up ice. She does to Compte, gets disrupted, has her puck taken away, and Colatruglio ends up losing her stick. Had the hands put up, no call on the play there. Stretch pass to the blue line for Chloe Nicholas, ends up too far for her. We got an ice in here, a bit of a break for Central Plains. Straw will be to that blocker hand side of Laura Melissa, and she'll turn it aside at that. Central Plains looking to break into the zone. It'll be a penalty here coming up. For a trip here to Meg Farmer for the Winnipeg Ice. Texiera's shot wide of the net. Ice onto the penalty kill as it's Jordan Bell now taking it in, delays at that right face-off circle to Dupuis. Dupuis now her shot through, but a nice save there by Laura Melissa. Picking it up as Taryn plays it to Dupuis. Her shot now through again, but an excellent save there by Laura Melissa. And the best opportunities of the game so far for the Central Plains Capitals team, and really probably the best looking attack I've seen them put on all series long. Good support. They have a nice little tic-tac-toe going there with the pass and play. And good support, and also good speed shown there to be able to get those shots off quickly. Nice and hard too, but Laura Melissa up to the task on every single one of them. 23 power play seconds remaining. Colatruglio to Dupuis. As she'll fire through, turned aside by Melissa onto the stick of Nicholas and clears it all the way down. No icing, of course, since it is still shorthanded for the Ice. 5 seconds left before we're back to even strength. It's below the goal line in the Central Plains zone, and we are back to 5-on-5 play. Some good chances there for Central Plains. Already at 19 shots in this game. A good chunk of them coming in this period too. Laura Melissa, another nice save by her, gloving that down off the shot from Dupuis. Dupuis along with Taryn and a player like Taylor Bell, those have probably been the 3 standouts in my opinion so far tonight from the Central Plains Capitals team. I have to think their captain, Colatruglio, will be looking to put her fingerprints all over this matchup. And for this Winnipeg Ice team, of course, looking to hold on to a 2-goal lead here. Laura Melissa coming up huge with some big saves. So this gets sent into the neutral zone. Cipriano played off the boards, but turns it over into the possession of Moffat as she tries to squeeze by. Cannot. Turned over at the neutral zone. Loose puck there. Now picked up by Caitlin Moffat as she backhand passes this back to Lazarenko. As Lazarenko sends it in and also goes off for a change along with Caitlin Moffat, getting fresh legs out. As right by the bench of the Ice, Talia Jones sends it in before going off for a change. Central Plains controlling below their own goal. Be D to Cipriano, who ends up being pressured. The Ice looking to force a turnover, getting a bit physical. They win the puck battle into the slot, covered up, but it ends up onto the stick of Compte. Gets that through into the slot. Jacob backhand rebound there. Denbo good enough to make the save. Central Plains can't clear it out. Still Compte. Huge block there by Mokirk on her. Mokirk gets it into the possession of Dittmer as she just puts that in deep as she was closed off. Mokirk now on the forecheck, getting the puck, trying to backhand that back. Gets to Postlemus. Across. Point. Macbeth can't get a shot through. Nice block by Russell. Plays that across with a pass to Jacob, but loses a handle on it in the neutral zone. Keystone cops a bit there from Central Plains as they run into each other in the neutral zone. Nimitz with a shot from the high slot. We'll get another stoppage in play after Melissa makes a great save to glove things down here. 29-21, Winnipeg leads in the shot totals. It'll be Cameron on to take the draw out there with Hume and Postlemus for the Central Plains team. Chabalik wins it for the Ice. Lazarenko plays it off the board. Cipriano chipping it into the slot. Oh, nice save by Melissa to keep it scoreless still for Central Plains in this series. So with 24 seconds left, the Ice play it into the Capital zone. Wheeling around is number 6, Nicholas, up to the point to Moffat. She walks in, has her shot blocked, 8 seconds left. Played into the low slot area near the side of the net. And the winding seconds as one more shot, potentially. No, Delacquie's gonna be respectful and hold off as the buzzer sounds here. And yeah, we're gonna keep this quick, folks. Second period was filled with better chances, probably their best period of the series from Central Plains, with some really prime scoring opportunities. Got to credit Laura Melissa, though, for being on top of her game in that period and making the save she needed to. We are going to throw it to a quick transition here. Not a quick transition, but to our intermission screen as we figure out our internet connection here, folks. I'll have more analysis from this second period of action coming up and the start of the third period here on MFHL Playoff Game Day, presented by McCann Fasteners and Tools in the first period and Terrico in the second period. Serving Manitoba producers for over 80 years in the agricultural industry. Welcome back to the Hockey for All Center, everyone, as we are currently getting the ice cleaned here finally for the second intermission. Just want to run through the scores from the first 4 nights of action in the MFHL playoffs. It started with a 6-0 win for the Winnipeg Ice on Tuesday. There were 2 games played on Wednesday. The Eastman Selects and Interlake Lightning in a series that can be seen here on G-Show Productions will be in Niverville to call Game 3 tomorrow, but we called Game 1. It was a great matchup. Came down to the wire in the end with Eastman pulling out a 3-2 victory. They also won 1-0 yesterday. They're up 2-0 in their series. Westman with 2 close wins against the Pembina Valley Hawks. More closer yesterday as it was a 4-3 double OT win for Westman in that one. But for the Yellowhead Chiefs and Winnipeg Avros, they did not disappoint in their first matchup of their series. In Game 1 on Thursday night as the Avros won by a score of 4-3. With 0.9 seconds remaining, Mackenzie Lizotte potted the winner. That game is underway right now for Game 2 of that series at the Seven Oaks Sportsplex in Winnipeg. The Avros looking to put the Chiefs into a 2-0 stranglehold here coming up. In terms of the teams that have won, the Wildcats, Ice, and Selects all undefeated so far. Avros looking to stay undefeated tonight. As for the stats, Carlin Goods and Callie Hillhurst for the Westman Wildcats near the top. Cassie Carvalho, who's not playing in tonight's matchup, leading the Ice in points so far with 3 points in 2 games so far. As for the goals leaders, Abigail Brigg, Carlin Goods on top. No players from this series shown on here. For assists, Cassie Carvalho making this list. And in terms of the goaltending stats, Danica Averill and Addison Tomes both leading with 2 wins each. Grunwald and Melissa both with 1 win each, as Grunwald played in yesterday's Game 2 win for the Winnipeg Ice. The total score in the series is 9-0 for the Winnipeg Ice. Central Plains still searching for their first goal of the series, but probably play their best series period of the series from what I've got to see so far. In that second, closing the gap in the shots a bit at only trailing 29-22 now. They have some chances but have yet to beat Melissa. I'd say the big thing they're looking for to do is at least get one in this period coming up and then see what happens from there. For the Ice, looking to just shut it down, finish it off, and continue to play the way you have all series long, as it's worked well for you. Third period will be brought to you by Goaltenders, your goalie's personal video review service. Myself, Graham, the G-Show Forsyth. We'll be back here for the third period call in just a moment. Welcome back to the Hockey for All Center, everybody, in the WGT Arena. Just next door to the PCL Arena. Just kind of hoping we were broadcasting there tonight. Due to the internet situation here, well, not really the internet situation, well, yeah, that, as well as, you know, just the setup for our broadcast. But we've been able to manage here so far. As you can see on the scoreboard there, our top left corner, the Winnipeg Ice up by a score of 2-0 heading into this final period of regulation. Here in this final period of regulation, looking to get back to the semifinals for a 5th straight year. And this, everyone, thank you for choosing gshow.ca and gshow Productions to watch this edition of MFHL Hockey, to watch this MFHL broadcast. We are your official broadcaster of the MFHL, of course. Be sure to check out gshow Productions tomorrow, as the Niverville Recreation Center will be popping, I'm sure, for Game 3 between the Eastman Selects and Interlake Lightning. That game can be seen on gshow Productions. Puck will drop for that one. At 7:30 p.m. As the two teams make their way to center ice now, Laura Melissa making her way away from her own bench into the crease. In the opposite side this period around, Elise Denbo, of course, goaltender of the year in the MFHL for this season, voted on. Great honor for her. She'll have to continue to play well in this period, as well as her team trying to finally get onto the scoreboard for the first time in this series. In this first period, brought to you by Goaltenders, your goalie's personal video review service. And a nice save there by Melissa to start things off in tight. As, yeah, that's been a big thing throughout this series. The ice, there's some wet spots that need a bit of time to get adjusted to the rest of the consistency of the ice surface. And yeah, the puck's been sticking, and it's caused some troubles for a team like Winnipeg from what we've seen in these games. You know, get through those struggles, and Central Plains has been able to get some good opportunities because of it. A good opportunity there by Chabalik on Elise Denbo, and she turns it aside for her first save of the period. Played into the neutral zone, where Compton will go D-to-D in her own end with Meg Farmer. At the Capitals line, Chabalik redirects it on net towards the net, and it's saved by Elise Denbo to cover things up here. Only 48 seconds have gone in this period so far. Be Isabella man to take the draw against Bell. Draw will be won by Chabalik, or by Mann, sorry, but Moffat ended up losing her balance at the line, couldn't hold it in. It's sent on to the stick of Macbeth as she plays that up the wall. Furthest from our broadcast angle. Played to Dittmer, closest to the wall along the half boards. And it's played into the neutral zone, where Lazarenko will one-touch this to Jacob. Jacob kicks that back out to the direction towards Lazarenko. As Dittmer with it in the zone again, gets rubbed out along the boards by Man there, but picking it up is Mowerkirk coming down the wall in the ice zone. Puck back into the neutral zone, onto the stick of Lego as she'll go cross ice feed to Nimitz on the feed. Mowerkirk trying to get that in deep past the ice line, but she can't. Squirts out and all the way to the other side of the ice zone now, and the board's closest to us. So they'll rim it around, opposite side now, closest to their bench, into the neutral zone, and picked up now by number 17, and Talia Jones carries this offside, though. As the ice will be caught there red-handed. And have a face-off just outside the Central Plains zone here. That's the draw won by the ice. They get it into the Central Plains zone, and Texiera down the wall blocks that attempt to play it up into the low slot. Macchiera couldn't finish that one in tight on Denbo. Up to the point to Farmer. Her shot can't get through his block. Macchiera picks up loose puck. Backhand pass again to the slot, but couldn't locate a teammate. Nice puck work here by Central Plains. Shot from Dupuis upon entering the zone, turned aside by Melissa. An ice player in a Capital take a tumble. That shot from long range, a floater in on Melissa to get the glove save. With 17:21 remaining. The draw will be to the blocker hand side of Melissa. Cameron on to take the draw against Chaplik. Draw will be won by Cameron. Up to Anderson. Sends that down low. Too far for a teammate, though, is Moffat able to one-time pass it with a backhand to a teammate before it's sent out into the Capital zone. Now sent towards the front of the net, where Cipriano is there to recover. She'll get double teamed now by two ice players in Chaplik along with Delacqui. Puck squirts out loose in the slot to the side of the net for Chaplik to Nicholas. Her shot glove save made on it by Elise Denbo. As goaltenders rolls on our screen below, our sponsor for this third period, your goalie's personal video review service. Be sure to check out their website at GordyTomlinsonGoalies.ca for more information. Isabella Mann wins the draw. Jacob was there to help her out. Lazarenko able to hold the line for a moment, but it'll be Bell who strips her of the puck. Coming down that left side, Bell, her shot on net wasn't where she wanted to put it. That outside pad, no rebound created there for her teammate. As man, she's had her chances in this series, as mentioned, just can't bury. Melissa has had her number as well as Grunwald yesterday, along with the rest of the Central Plains Capitals. It'll be one touched up to Isabella Mann. Tries going across into the slot for Jacob, but she was covered up. Well, turned over now. Jacob picks it up. High slot. She unloads, fires. Nice save made by Denbo to turn it aside. Colatraglio picks it up now. Colatruglio to the middle for Dittmer. That pass can't connect, though. All the way down along the backboards in the Capitals zone. The ice looking to keep this one deep. Inside the zone, Central Plains crowd looking for a call on Moorkirk, who got knocked down. Not going to be a call on it. Moorkirk trying to get to the puck again. This time, seen Macchiera getting tripped trying to get it from her, but no call on the play there. Lego off the boards. Goes up to Moorkirk, but can't cradle that pass from Maxime Lego cleanly. Off the backboards now to Colatruglio, the side closest to our broadcast angle, but sent all the way back down quickly by Compte into the Capital zone again. Maxime Lego off the boards to an outlet. This gets played towards our broadcast angle into the Winnipeg ice zone now, where Caitlin Moffat will have it, playing it into the neutral zone for Nicholas. Has it poke checked away by Maxime Lego. Nicholas will drop this for Lazarenko. Gets stood up. So does Chaplik there by Taryn as she was racing to try to get the puck. Chaplik's down low, though. Takes a spill. Trips. No call on the play, as Dupuis will look to get it out. Now she does pass Lazarenko, but this will be, oh, no, not too far for an icing as it's waved off immediately. Moffat, a nice pass, ends up getting through. Well, it's not exactly nice since it is down for an icing, but thought that was going to get picked off. It somehow made its way through. It's just way out of the reach for Chloe Nicholas. With 14:21 remaining. Got a face-off inside of the ice zone. Can't be held in by the Capitals off of the face-off win. As Nimitz first to get it back in her own and plays a puck up the boards to Postlemus, who turns it over to Nicholas. Holding the line now, Farmer, her shot off of the blocker of Denbo. And out of play. As Denbo takes a sip of water. Central Plains getting a fresh set of defensemen out. Anderson, along with our other D partner out there in the face-off circle, tied up the ice, win possession of the puck. Sent down low, but picked off by Colatruglio, and she'll have that picked off of her clear attempt out to Russell in the middle. Russell's shot just wide of the net. Took a short pass there from Stephanie Jacob, who created that turnover, creating another takeaway as Jacobs, as she gets it back and sends it to her defenseman, the Farmer, who plays it up. Ice game possession of the zone again, but the Capitals able to get on the puck, playing it back was Postlemus and plays it up again. Rimmed around now in the Central Plains zone. They get it out, but Compte just before the red line, able to play it in again. Macchiera holding the line now, plays it off of the boards, but turned over to Anderson. Held at the line by Compte, gets that backhand pass to Macchiera. Macchiera plays it to the wall again, looking to protect it. Jones and Texiera also out there as forecheckers. Texiera trying to send it down low below the goal line for the ice, but can't. She gets it back. Texiera trying to get it to the net. She does finally, and Denbo will cover things up here with 12:45 remaining. 36-26, the shots in favor of the ice. So they'll win the draw again. In the skates of Macchiera, though, the ice lose it for a split second. That sends the puck out. But once again, back into Central Plains end. D Lego goes for Colatruglio. Gets that off the boards out to Moorkirk. All the way down, no icing on the play. Lazarenko will be the first one on it. D. She gets that back from the same D in. Number 14, Caitlin Moffitt, who Lazarenko worked it up to. Teammate who just sends it in, goes off for a change in Texiera. Chavlik, first one on the puck. Right there, Lazarenko, D pass, that one tipped on net by Delacqui. Where again, Denbo will get another stoppage in play. Covering things up. Nicholas along with Chavlik and Delacqui will stay out there for the ice. Turn to take the draw for Central Plains. The draw will be won by Chavlik. Dupuis looked like she was the first one on it. It ends up hitting the head of Chavlik. She gets it back. Right face-off circle. Shot ends up deflecting high outside of the netting. Face-off draw won by Central Plains. All the way down into the ice zone. Jacob with a nice chance at the side of the net there. Whacked at it, but missed. Chablik picks it up now on the forecheck. Played off of the boards for Russell. Short pass for Farmer, but her pass across. Defended well by Zubik, who goes off for a change. But that change may cost Central Plains. No, the ice couldn't do much with that puck there. Turned over, though, at the line. High slot. Man, her shot scores! could feel a goal coming, couldn't you? This Central Plains Capitals team really throughout the course of this season series, and in this 2023-2024 season, having trouble clearing the puck out of their own end, making that first pass right. You got to be sure of it when you try to get it out, and they weren't there. The Ice were able to hold it in the zone, put it in some nice passing in there, and Izzy Man taking the puck in the high slot and ripping one past Elise Denbo cleanly, which, as we've seen, hasn't been easy to do in this series. As although she has let in 10 goals at this point, not all of them have been the cleanest, as there's a bit of physicality along the boards closest to us. Back down low to Mackie. She tight turns to try to evade the pressure of Anderson from behind her, but Anderson doing a good job to stick with the puck there. Puck finally squirts out onto the stick of Texier, up to the point to Moffat, across to Lazarenko. Back to Moffat, shot through, but not through the skate of Cipriano as she takes it the other way. Down the right side, trying to dangle through, almost does on Moffat, but number 14 standing her ground there on number 17. The other number 17, playing for Winnipeg Ice, Talia Jones, sends it down low. Lazarenko down the right side, tries toe dragging in, but Lego stays with her and takes the puck off of Lazarenko. But great job by Lazarenko on the recovery to get back. But Lego still stays on it, sends it down low, but now it'll be picked off finally by the Ice. So it's still held in inside of their zone, and they finally do just get it out. Zubik trying to make something happen now, rushing up. She'll be closed off by Farmer. Her and Farmer getting into a bit of a physical tussle along the bars. Farmer comes out of it, sends a pass cross ice into the neutral zone for Texier. Has it poked away, but Compte picks it up. Back to Texier, who plays it down low for an activating, pinching Compte. Puck puck will be turned over into Central Plains possession. Dupuis tries banking that pass. Jones, but can't get it past her. Into the boards closest to us now. Jones loses her stick, doesn't have it. It'll be Central Plains clearing it out, and a penalty here coming up. Delayed for Central Plains. Believe it may be for the slashing penalty. And no, it'll be for head contact here coming up. With shots 40-26, Avro's back on the power play. Macbeth will go to the box for 2 minutes for head contact for Central Plains as Winnipeg tries to add on to this 3-goal lead. More importantly, stay in firm control of this game. Central Plains able to get it down. Successful off the bat on this clear. Got in the lanes there to block a shot. And it'll be Moffat first one. Back for the ice to quarterback this power play. Played it up to Lazarenko. Now across to Jacob. Takes it to the outside as Jacob around the net now protecting along the outside. Jacob now back towards the middle. Plays it left face-off circle. Back to Jacob. Now her shot wide of the net as her and Lazarenko did a bit of a give and go. Moffat gets to the point to hold it in. As Moffat will survey options, has a bunch of room to work this puck, plays it to Texiera, tries playing into the slot, but blocked up there. Back to Moffat, her shot through, just wide of the net, through traffic, and Moffat unable to hold it in as she retreats a bit in her neutral zone before sending the pass up to Texiera. Delays, drops it to Mann. Mann tries going cross ice, does with the pass, ends up on the stick of Compte. Her shot just misses low glove side. But the ice still maintain possession. It'll be Brienne Compte now. Back to Moffat. Plays it back to Compte. Off of the stick from Moffat. Compte off of her stick. Save made off of that shot by Elise Denbo. With 34 seconds remaining now in this ice power play, 4:40 remaining in the game. The draw will be won by the ice again. Up top to Farmer, kicks it out to that top of that left face-off circle to Compte. She's looking up ice, but decides to feed it back across to Farmer, back to Compte now. Still surveying, looking up ice. She decides to shoot, gets that shot blocked, but ice will be back on possession of it again. Izzy Mann brings it up top, kicks it out to Compte. Back to Mann, trying to dangle through. Mann can't protect the puck, and as it poked away, it'll be sent all the way back down, and we'll be back to even strength as Moerkirk comes on for Macbeth out of the box. 4 minutes remaining. Ice lead by a score of 3-0 here. So they look to close this one out against the Central Plains Capitals and to effectively close out their season 2, as this is an elimination game for the Capitals in this best of 5 where the Ice lead it 2-0. Along the boards, the puck finally gets loose. Cameron was able to shovel it out. Her pass up to Moerkirk, though, hit her in the skates. It's Nicholas with the shot coming in now. Off of the toe drag to change the angle. Wasn't fooling Denbo as she makes a glove save here. With 3:25 remaining. Nicholas, wraparound attempt, hit the side of the net first. Puck, loose puck, squirts out to Lego, and she starts the breakout the other way. Maxime Lego taking this down the left side to the slot, but missed her teammate with a pass. Colatruglio, her shot can't get through from the point there. It's blocked, hitting a skate on the way through her body, rather. Colatruglio now. Fans on the pass across as the captain turns it over for Central Plains, and here go the ice. Chablik loses it in her skates. Pass across, almost connected on a beautiful backhand feathers saucer pass. Backdoor for a tap-in that was just too far for Nicholas there. Chablik still remains on ice. Plays it up to the point to Moffat. Moffat back down low to Chablik. Up top to Lazarenko. Her shot through. Paddle the side there by the pad of Denbo. Another save as she comes across to make one. As number 1 for Central Plains has had so many great moments in a Capitals jersey. Of course, being a Team Manitoba goalie as well, taking home top goalie honors this year to beat out Rachel Alderson, which she made a surprise appearance in last night's game for Interlake in their loss, as Ferdy Nelson, when I was talking to him on the MFHL Playoff Preview show, had ruled her out of the series. I guess she found another gear to be able to go play. Not sure if she'll be at 100%, but only let in 1 goal last night. Probably be her and Tomes battling with each other in the net. But yeah, for Elise Denbo, the future is bright for her. She'll be playing college hockey next season. She left her mark on the Central Plains Capitals organization, no doubt about it. I mean, and hey, to win goalie of the year with only 3 wins speaks to how talented of a goaltender you are. She had the 2nd highest save percentage in the league this year at .947. It was a treat to watch her play in these 2 games. These 2 home games that we got to call the ice in this playoff series. And a nice toe drag move, trying to get to the net there. I believe it was Macbeth. No penalty drawn here on the play either, as she just took a tumble heading towards the net. We're into minute 25 remaining now. That pass in the skates of, I believe it's Dupuis who wins the race to the puck. Dupuis trying to get the puck banked off the boards to Cipriano at the point, but the ice able to get it out. Moerkerk back there, goes D to D to Nimitz. And it'll be a penalty here coming up on the play, I think. Yes, it will. It'll be to Dupuis. Not quite sure where we're calling one here at this point, or what it was for. I honestly didn't see her do anything wrong, really. If anything, Dupuis got tripped heading to the net, but away it goes for Central Plains, and what I'm sure has been really a frustrating past 2 games for them, because yes, they got blown out in that first game, but only lost 1-0 yesterday, only losing 3-0 today. Sure, they've been outpossessed, but have had their chances. They just haven't been able to finish. Laura Melissa has had their number. As Jacob at that left point, back to the right point for Moffat. Her shot through an open window and glove down by Elise Denbo. So, for the Winnipeg Ice, say that Westman closes out their series. That would mean that Winnipeg would be playing the winner from the Winnipeg Avros and Yellowhead Chiefs series. But if Pembina Valley is able to somehow come back in their series and win, and it'll be Pembina Valley who would play the Winnipeg Ice. And if Interlake is able to come back in their series against the Selects, which honestly, anything can happen in that series because of how close the games have been, it would be Interlake taking on the Ice. Essentially, the Ice play the lowest seed from the regular season to make it through to the next round. 19 seconds remain in this one as Denbo covers it up again. And for Central Plains, they'll have some returning players to next year's roster, but going to be a big, interesting offseason for them. Going to be interested to see what type of talent they get out for next season as they try to field their team. It'll be Talia Jones in on the draw, losing it to Cameron. 12 seconds remaining, cleared down by Central Plains. No icing on the play. And for the Winnipeg Ice, the defending champs for a 5th straight year, they're on to the semifinals, punching their ticket here tonight. Congratulations to them on sweeping the Central Plains Capitals, winning 6-0 in Game 1, 1-0 in Game 2 last night, and 3-0 here to close things out to end Central Plains season. And this Winnipeg Ice team, 1 series away now from getting back to what would be a 4th consecutive finals appearance. course, first making it to the finals back in 2019-20 against the Avros, when that series didn't even happen. But yeah, I mean, the Ice really, they came out and did what I think myself and many expected them to do, and that was just dominate and control play throughout this series. Central Plains did have their chances, don't get me wrong. They had 26 shots tonight. Not sure what they had yesterday, but that's way high. That's higher than their game one performance. They had some good opportunities, but Laura Melissa had the stops, and this Ice team from top to bottom was just too good. Essentially, Elise Denbo needed to play historic, and what I meant by that is not allowing a single goal in these games. And, you know, Central Plains did a decent job of surviving for a certain amount of time, but after a while, the skills show out always, the better team will show out always. And for this Winnipeg Ice team, they showed their mettle in this series, showed their strength, flexed their muscle, and the defending champs we'll have a bit of rest before waiting to see who they play next year in the semifinals. Could be a variety of teams. We'll have to wait and see. Check out MFHLU18AAA.com for all the playoff details, but we'll get to the players of the game here. Brought to you by Mid-Canada Fasteners and Tools, as we just lost both of our cameras here, folks, but that's okay. We'll make this quick. Going to give it to Elise Denbo for the Central Plains Capitals. I mean, she made 44 saves on 47 shots against tonight. And to be honest with you, the shot she let in wasn't entirely her fault. Yes, could she have been better on the first one, trying to keep that puck out? It just squeezed by her. But you know what? She was under duress all series long. Team did do a decent job outside of her, but let me tell you, the score wouldn't have been this close without her today. And yeah, Elise Denbo has to hold her head high, even though she finishes with 3 straight losses in her MFHL career. She is going to have one heck of a college career if she has the right team around of her. Let me tell you that. But for the Winnipeg Ice, we're going to give the player of the game today to you know what? Isabel Mann, she scored the opening goal in this game today. I liked a lot in Isabel's game. She was really solid in the face-off circle, reliable in her own end, was making some good quick passes, and was unloading some good shots. Got loose on that first goal of the game, or on that third goal of the game. Sorry, she scored the third goal of the game, and yeah, if the score wasn't put out of reach already, it was then, making it 3-0. But great game from her. I'm not sure if she had a point on, yeah, she did on Stephanie Jacobs' goal. So a 2-point night for her, and she gets player of the game for the Winnipeg Ice, brought to you by Mid-Canada Fasteners and Tools, as we put it on the screen here. Your one-stop shop for all your industrial needs. Be sure to check out their store locations in Brandon and Winnipeg today. Folks, our coverage here on G-Show Productions isn't done yet for the weekend here in the MFHL playoffs. We'll be live at Niverville Centennial at the Niverville Recreation Center tomorrow, hopefully for a 7:20 pregame show, but don't take our word for that, as we might not be having a pregame show then, but we will be for sure broadcasting that game come puck drop. Thank you to Mid-Canada Fasteners and Tools, Terrico, and Goaltenders for sponsoring this edition of MFHL Game Day Playoff Edition. We'll see you tomorrow in Niverville, everybody, for Eastman versus Interlake in a must-win for Interlake. We'll see Winnipeg in the next round. They win this game by a score of 3-0 to move on to the semifinals for a 5th straight season. Good night, MFHL fans, and we'll see you another time.